Oh boy, it's been a while since we've done this, but welcome to Galaxy's Edge and welcome to Smugglers Run versus Rise of the Resistance. So today we will have 4 categories: Facade, queue, pre-shows, and overall ride entertainment or enjoyment. Let's get to it and see who's going to win this battle.
Let's get ready to rumble!
The best place to start, as they say, is at the beginning. So let's take a look at the outside facade of both attractions, starting with Rise of the Resistance. So the facade of Rise of the Resistance is pretty nondescript. I get it, it's part of the theming. It is a secret resistance base. So pretty much all you have here is this tower gunner station right here. So got a couple of blasters on top of this tower. Other than that, unless you see people online, you may walk right past this not knowing it's an attraction entrance. Not bad, just not outstanding. Pretty nondescript. Now let's go over and check out Smugglers Run. As we walk over to Smugglers Run, I would like to point out the only way to get through the entrance of Rise of the Resistance is with a boarding pass. Currently, they offer you a chance to get a boarding pass at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m. That is as of the time of the filming of this video. Now, Smugglers Run, on the other hand, is a standby attraction. You can just go walk and get in line without having a boarding pass. And speaking of Smugglers Run and getting in line, this is the end of the line right here. When accounting for social distancing, backs up pretty far. But let's get back on point and talk about the facade of Smugglers Run. And just take a look at this facade. The facade is freaking the Millennium Falcon. Can you believe it? You can stand right next to the Millennium Falcon here in Galaxy's Edge. Right before you enter Smugglers Run, take a peek. Enjoy it with your own eyes. Like never once, as a little boy Ricky, never did Ricky ever think he would see and stand next to an actual life-size version of the Millennium Falcon. And quite honestly, this may be the best facade of any attraction anywhere. Forget Rise of the Resistance versus Smugglers Run. I cannot imagine a better facade. I mean, Hogwarts Castle, that's a good one too, don't get me wrong. But this one here, out of this world. So I think it's pretty easy to say the winner of the first category, the facade category, 100% Smugglers Run. And now let's move on to round number 2. Let's talk about the queue for each of these attractions. And since we're already here by Smugglers Run, let's start by talking about its queue. I find most of the queue to be okay, nothing really outstanding. It's cool to be inside of like a Star Wars universe with stuff happening inside the queue. But the queue doesn't get really good until we actually step inside of what is the Millennium Falcon. The very end of the queue, we're kind of in the Millennium Falcon, the parts you know from the movie. You have the famous chessboard with Chewbacca playing chess, and you know Wookiees don't like to lose. And then you have the padded halls. So as you get to walk into the actual attraction itself, you're walking through the hallways with the padded walls of the Millennium Falcon, and that's exciting no matter what your age. The queue for Rise of the Resistance, very similar to Smugglers Run in the fact it's pretty slow in the beginning. It doesn't get good until the very end. I mean, along the way you're in tunnels, you're gonna see some resistance gear, some maps that they're using and things like that. But it doesn't get good until you see this. A squad, or maybe it's a platoon of stormtroopers. An amazing sight to see with your eyes. And it's for that reason Rise of the Resistance wins round 2, gets the point for the queue. So we're all tied up now, 1-1. Round 3 is going to be the pre-ride entertainment, the pre-shows you see and experience before you get on the actual attraction. Now officially, there's about 2 pre-shows in the queue before we get on to the ride of Rise of the Resistance. But before that, the cast members here, they play a role as they help you along the queue. That is actually kind of part of the show. But officially, we have a pre-show with BB-8 and Ray. And then we have kind of a pre-show when we're captured. We're on a transport and we're captured. A whole little thing goes on with that. That is a tremendous, it feels like part of the attraction. That is a tremendous pre-show. It's one of the best pre-ride entertainment features I've ever seen at any attraction.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The pre-show for this ride, Smugglers Run, there's one small scene with Hondo. Other than that, not a lot going on with the pre-shows. I mean, it's fine. A lot of people won't know Hondo unless you're a really, really deep Star Wars fan. So for that reason, I think we're gonna say the pre-shows, the pre-ride entertainment, the point goes to Rise of the Resistance, who now leads 2-1. And that's gonna bring us to the last round, the final round, a big round. It is still only worth 1 point though, and that's gonna be overall ride enjoyment. So here's the thing with Smugglers Run. When you get inside of the cockpit, there are 6 seats. So each ride you're gonna have 2 pilots, 2 gunners, and 2 engineers. It is very fun to be the pilots and the gunners, not so much the engineers. The pilots, you get to steer up and down, left and right. The gunners, well, you get to shoot the blasters. That's fun. And the engineers, you just press some buttons. You hear some sirens, some warning signals go off, you press some buttons. Not as much fun, but the thing is, that is 1/3 of the ride, is being the engineers. So for that reason, we ding Smugglers Run just a bit, as 1/3 of the passengers are not going to have as much fun as the other 2/3 of the passengers. Rise, on the other hand, fun for everyone. The most immersive attraction I've ever been in, I think. I think that's a fair statement. Stormtroopers, AT-ATs, resistance fighters. There's a little fun drop at the end of this ride as well. But I don't need to tell you guys anything else about Rise of the Resistance, because spoiler alert, you're about to go on it right now.
Those droids are programmed to return you to Batuu. Hurry and don't get caught. Lieutenant Beck will guide you. Recruits, for your safety, stay seated with seatbelts securely fastened. Keep hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the transport and supervise your children. Tell them it's a prisoner transfer. Did it work? Good. Now get a move on. There's a clear path to the turbo lifts at the end of the hallway. Turn right. A probe droid. You're lucky it didn't spot you. Take those turbo lifts and stay out of trouble.
Hey, you're not authorized. Wait, those are the prisoners. We have a breach in detention block 3.
Your cover is blown. Find an alternate route. Who picked these 2 droids anyway?
Priority alert. Detachment to liberty. There they are. Fire! These escape routes just fall us. Take orders now. Hurry! No, not up! I said down!
This does not look good. Try to find another way down to the escape pods.
The Resistance will attempt to rescue the prisoners.
They have neither the resources nor the courage to engage us.
You underestimate their conviction. Place the shields!
Shields? I see no evidence.
Now!
Sound the alarm! All personnel to their stations!
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Fire the Bentley cannons!
There's no escape. You will tell me the location of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance.
Escape pods came in a little off target. Ground crews will meet you outside the wreck.
All right, nice job, recruits. Not what you signed on for, but hey, your resistance now. I think I have that authority. Right, Beck? Where's the lieutenant? I need eyes on Beck. I know, Scaffery's posse.
And as you saw with your own eyes, ride enjoyment off the charts with this. You don't even have to be a Star Wars fan to enjoy it, though that does help. But as you saw with your own eyes, I think it's safe to say the point for round 5 ride enjoyment goes to Rise of the Resistance. Therefore, the winner of the battle between Smugglers Run versus Rise of the Resistance goes to Rise. Okay guys, that's going to do it today for our short little fun visit to Hollywood Studios. Do me a favor, let me know in the comment section below, do you agree on the winner of our versus? Rise of the Resistance versus Smugglers Run? Who won in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, don't miss the magic, don't miss the fun. Thanks for watching the Rix Flicks, and now, let's go home and relax.